Hey guys, we're back to do the show this week, and I wanted to discuss something that's going on in our market. Obviously, we're in Southwest Florida. Southwest Florida is one of those markets where the housing market didn't change all that much. Things are still relatively busy. So I wanted to go through what a lot of clients are asking me about right now, and that's really the home buying process. How do things go there? What are my responsibilities in this? If you don't have somebody kind of holding your hand and walking you through, you might not have done this in a while. And things have changed a bit, and there's advantages to using a real estate agent, your own real estate agent, not the listing agent, your own buyer's agent. We're going to be talking about some of the details, some of the people we work with. In fact, today we're standing inside a home that just went under contract with Andy and Arzu. They're coming from California and bought this beautiful home, and we're here for the inspection today. And that's one of the subjects we're going to be talking about, is having the business contact connections to be able to help you through the entire process so that you're not stuck in the end or you're not confused. So we don't want to mess things up for you, and it's my responsibility to make sure that doesn't happen. Today we're going to be talking about using a realtor when you're buying a home in Florida, and we're getting after that next. Okay, so one of the first things, one of the most important things for us is to help you understand the buying process. Yeah, I know, you probably hear a lot of different places of there's step A, B, C, D, or 1, 2, 3, 4. You might find it on an online site, but the people that are in this every single day and doing this are real estate agents. We do this as a career. Most of us, I'm in this 20 years now, so a lot of experience behind what I do, and that's with both new construction and resale homes. Today we're in a brand new construction home, and we're doing an inspection. And you might be asking, why are you doing an inspection on a brand new home? It's got a warranty, it's new, it was just done. Yes, but you should see the number of things that can go wrong on a new construction home. So that's why we're doing this, this recording, to show you why this is important. Why are we wanting to take these steps? And it really all comes down to you. We're protecting you. You need somebody looking out for you. It's like the reason why you go get an attorney, because you need the protection. You go to a doctor because you need to fix something normally, right? But you're going to professionals for their guidance and for their intelligence and for their experience. And there was even one time I heard a mechanic. He was getting flack from a customer asking why he's charging $100 an hour to do a job. Well, you're not paying $100 an hour for that hour of work. You're paying $100 an hour for the 20 years of experience that he went through to get to that level. You pay for experience, and it's going to save you money in the long run. Trust it. You hear a lot about things like insurance and interest rates, but once again, there's professionals behind all those. Those are the contacts that we have. We have people that are just as experienced as we are as real estate agents, and you want to get their insight. Brian Fulton is my lender. He is one of the finest lenders in the area, and every client that goes to him says the same thing. Super intelligent guy, knows his stuff, always available, and that's kind of the team that I've built. The people that I work with are the same way. We've got the experience, we make ourselves available. So if that's what you're looking for, you might want to reach out to us whenever you need any information. It doesn't have to be just to purchase a home. If you just need some guidelines to get you on the path. You may not want to do this for another 6 months, 12 months, 2 years. I don't know. But you may want help in understanding the process, and that's what we're here for. I've got somebody that can walk you through every single step of this process. One of the things that I noticed is I do walkthroughs with my clients on new construction processes. Now, this home was done independently. It's not with a builder in a community. Those are usually, that's where we usually do a walkthrough with the salespeople and with the builder at that time. And we're going to put blue tape on all the spots that are wrong with the house, whether it's a paint scuff, whether it's a knob missing, maybe the jack plate or something on the wall is not flush, or whatever it is. It could be areas that need caulked and finished, but that's part of our job too. We've seen this. I have 7 years of new construction experience as a salesperson, and I've done so many walkthroughs. I know exactly what to look for. The littlest things, all the way down to, are the doors latching properly, or they pop right open if you pull on it? You might not think about that kind of stuff, but that's what we think about because we've done this so many times. I'm going to be pointing out things to you that could need attention in the future, whether it's repairs. I went through another property not long ago with Charles. We were down at the seawall and we noticed that there's a lot of cracking in the seawall. It's going to need some repairs. And in that case, you know that's beyond your scope. I know that is not my specialty, but you know what I do have? I have a marine contractor that does seawalls that we can send out to inspect it. If that's the direction you want to go, let's get the darn thing inspected and verify for your sake. In other cases, the work might not be that detailed and you might already have your own resources, but that's our responsibility, is to point out those types of faults so that you aren't stuck behind a very expensive repair later. Okay, so as I said before, we do have a complete list of experienced professionals that we work with. And in fact, you'll see right behind me, there's one of our inspectors. He's going through all the details. And yes, they check everything. There's going to be a report at the end, numerous pages, and it can be everything from a loose doorknob. It could be the latches on the windows. It could be a ton of different things. They're going to go down and check the seawalls. They check around the pool. But this is why we connect with professionals like this. They know that job inside, outside, upside down, and we trust them to give you the same information so that you are making the best decision. All right, the other thing is negotiating contract terms. Contracts can be detailed. Many people don't have any idea what these contracts look like, what they say. Much of it is going to be CYA stuff, just a way for everybody to be on the same page and understand what is going to happen through the process. But when we set pricing, we do comparable market analysis, and we want to dial into that number as closely as possible. Now, we do it the same way as an appraiser does. So we're going to go in and pick out properties that are very similar to the subject property, like this one, and we're going to make sure that the pricing is very close. It doesn't have to be exact, it has to be close. And we want to look at things like, is there a pool on it, like this one? Is it golf access, like this one? This home is about 2,400 square feet, so we want homes like this to compare it to. And in that process, now we're going to be able to start negotiating. And again, both sides have their own thought processes. This is why you need your own real estate agent as a buyer. You don't want to use the listing agent. You might think you'll have a leg up by doing that because, hey, he's got the listing. I can get this easier through him. But you know what? He's not paid to represent you. He's paid to represent that seller. Get somebody on your side. You're not going to go to court and use your opponent's attorney, are you? No, you're going to have your own attorney. You need representation, and you need somebody that is only looking out for your best interest. This one's one of my favorites because we are going to give you improved information on your search of the area. I'm going to give you detailed knowledge as far as what areas you may or may not want to live in due to certain factors. I had a client the other day, and he was looking for a place to buy his condo in Fort Myers. He wasn't sure what the area was like, what it would be like for him to live there, so he called upon me. He asked me what I thought of these areas. Would I live there? That's a great question to ask somebody. Would you live there? And my answer was, yeah, I'd live here, 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 and here, and I'd even live in the worst of the ones on your list, but it'd be at the bottom of my list for different reasons, and I would explain why that is. Everything's going to be about how it fits your lifestyle. So I need to know about you. We have to have a sit down. We can do a Zoom call, whatever that looks like. But the more you tell me about you and what you're looking for, the better I'm going to match you up with a property in the right location so that you don't come back later disappointed that you just didn't get the house that you wanted. And to piggyback right onto that, if you're not finding all the things that you want in your original search, and when I say original search, again, I have clients coming this weekend. Toby and Chuck are coming to check out the area. So one of the first things that I had them do is go into the portal. There's a portal that'll give you all the information on different homes in the area that match your criteria. They are sending out some relatives in advance because they're not here yet to check out the area. The sister's going out, checking out a couple homes, seeing if they're even nice enough neighborhoods to have them living in. Now they'll do the same thing when they get here. They're going to drive that neighborhood. But that's so important, and every single client I've sent to do this was so thankful they did it. You'll get to see so much more, because when we go out to look at properties, we're going from house to house. We don't have the time to look at where the closest supermarket is, where the closest gas station is, how far it is to the beach, how far it is to the airport. We don't have that time. So that is going to be done separately. You're going to have plenty of time to do it. Then once you identify the areas, I'm going to go through this list for Toby and Chuck, and verify that these homes are something that match what they want, and get as much information as I can about them, and make the appointments to go out and show the property to them so that they can physically walk through. That is my job. That's when you get me involved, when you want to get in the home and check it out. And then if those aren't the ones that fit you, we're going to expand the search area. We're going to find areas similar to what you like, and that home would be found there. Where you're going to find that almost every area down here in Florida, you've heard me say this before, if you like a certain home, I can most likely find one very much like it in another location. Biggest thing for us is find the location that fits you. What's your lifestyle look like? What do you need to be close to? Are the kids still in school? Do you like the beach? Do you want to do sunset walks? Do you have to fly out of the area often? Those are all considerations for you and where you're going to live. All right, so these are some of the reasons why you're going to want to get a real estate agent whenever you are considering purchasing a property in a new area. Get as much information collected as you can up front, and then use that information the way you're directed. When you're given directions to do it, it's being done that way for a reason. You are following through a process that has been proven successful repetitively, and the closer you can stay on that to make sure that you're checking all the boxes off as you go, the better off you're going to be. All right, so that's a little bit more about why you may be wanting to consider using a real estate agent when you're moving to Florida. If you have any other questions about anything you've heard, need more information, check out one of these other videos. If you got a specific question that you need an answer to, you've got to call, text, or email, because I've got your back when moving to the Gulf Coast.